evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, January 6, 2015. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, Shelbyville police need your help identifying subjects involved in a theft. Gas prices continue to fall across the country. Several changes to Tennessee law went into effect January 1st. We'll speak with Coffee County Mayor Gary Cordell, and a longtime Tullahoma resident celebrated her 90th birthday on Saturday. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Are you a shoeanista with no place local to find your style? Well, now you don't have to travel any further than Bren's Shoe Boutique, located at the Village on Jackson, 1940 North Jackson Street, Suite 120 in Tullahoma. From funky to formal, you can find the fit and style that will make you smile at Bren's. A shoeanista herself, owner Brenda Kemp offers brands like Rocket Dog, Jessica Simpson, Mia, Nine West, J. Renee, Bandolino, and more. Want that accessory splash that none of your friends have? Bren's offers a selection of one-of-a-kind handbags and jewelry with just the right bling. So if your shoe selection doesn't stack up, find what you've been looking for at a price you can afford at Bren's Shoe Boutique, now open in Tullahoma.
Let the Smokehouse be your mountain getaway destination in beautiful Mont Eagle, Tennessee. Enjoy our cabins, restaurant, and old general store. Shop thesmokehouse.com featuring homemade barbecue sauces, jellies, and many other fine Tennessee products. Our live Music on the Mountain series features some of the best local and Nashville talent every Friday and Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. No cover, kids welcome.
Welcome back. The Shelbyville Police Department needs your assistance identifying the subjects involved in the theft of a 2001 Dutch Sport camper from the overflow lot at Deals on Wheels on Madison Street. On December 24th, two subjects were observed entering the lot driving a dark Dodge pickup and taking the camper. One of the subjects was caught on video wearing gray sweatpants and a black sweatshirt entering the Family Dollar store. If you know this individual, please call Lieutenant Brian Cruz at 931-684-5811 or Crime Stoppers at 931-685-4300. Crime Stoppers is offering a reward of up to $1,000 for the arrest and conviction of the subjects responsible.
According to the American Automobile Association, the national average price of gas has now fallen for a record 102 days to $2.20 per gallon, which is the lowest average since May 9, 2009. Drivers closed out 2014 on a high note, with households saving an average of approximately $115 on gasoline in comparison to 2013. The average price for retail gasoline hit multi-year lows during the last few months of 2014 and is expected to continue to fall as we begin 2015. Consumers are saving 9 cents compared to 1 week ago, 49 cents compared to 1 month ago, and $1.12 per gallon compared to this same date last year. The national average price has fallen every day since September 25th for a total of $1.15 per gallon. Today's price is approximately 40% less than the 2014 peak of $3.69 per gallon on April 28th. Barring any significant fluctuations in the price of crude oil, the average price at the pump is likely to remain below $3 per gallon in 2015. Although prices may see seasonal increases this spring as refineries undergo maintenance, or this summer as demand increases during the busy summer driving season.
Drivers in 43 states are paying an average price that is below $2.50 per gallon, and 7 states boast averages below $2 per gallon. Yesterday, drivers in 40 states could find at least one station selling gas for less than $2 per gallon. The center of the country continues to pay the lowest prices, led by averages in Missouri at $1.86, Oklahoma at $1.89, and Ohio at $1.90. The average price for retail gasoline in Alaska slipped below $3 per gallon yesterday for the first time since June 2009, leaving Hawaii at $3.48 as the only state with an average price above the $3 threshold. The price of crude is continuing its downward slide due to excess supply and weak demand, and was on the precipice of falling below $50 per barrel Monday for the first time since April 2009. At the close of formal trading on Friday, the global price of crude had lost more than half of its value since mid-2014. In Tennessee, the average price of gas was $2.04 on Monday. Locally, some retailers in Manchester were offering gas for $2.02 per gallon, while in Tullahoma, prices ranged from $1.99 to $1.97 per gallon.
Several changes in Tennessee state laws took effect January 1st, including provisions to allow trained school personnel to administer insulin. The social media password protection law prohibits employers from requesting or requiring coworkers to reveal codes for access to their personal accounts. The law also bans employers from looking over the shoulders of employees using the media. Another law provides that as part of welfare eligibility, a parent or guardian with a child struggling in a school must attend 2 or more conferences with the teacher within a year to review the child's status. Tennessee law now bans police from using drones to produce criminal evidence, citing the Fourth Amendment protections against unreasonable search and seizure. New laws also change the state textbook selection process and allow an ex-felon who has turned his or her life around to receive a certificate of employability, which gives the businesses that hire the person protection from negligent hiring lawsuits.
Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment with more Newsleader on 6.
Looking for a unique gift for someone special, or perhaps something just for yourself? Then you need to check out Grady Mac Denim Company, right here in the heart of Tullahoma. Grady Mac features the full line of men's and women's Lucky brand apparel. Stop in and check out our denim production line. Grady Mac offers a full line of outdoor sporting apparel and much more. And check out our custom fly fishing equipment, fine art, and signed sports memorabilia. There's something for everyone at Grady Mac Denim Company, the most unique store in Tullahoma.
When you're running late headed to that sporting event or horse show and hungry but need gas, you don't have to choose which to get. Just stop at any Quick Mart, where gas prices are normal and the food is outstanding. Burgers, fries, salads, sub sandwiches, chicken strips, egg rolls, even pizza can be picked up while the gas is pumping. Stop by any Quick Mart today and not only save time, but enjoy some good cooking, southern hospitality, and prices you can live with.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
And welcome back. Nancy Harton Washburn celebrated her 90th birthday Saturday evening with friends and family at Lakewood Golf and Country Club in Tullahoma. Newsleader's John Gray was there and brings us this report.
I'm at Lakewood Golf and Country Club, and this is a 90th birthday party being held for Nancy Washburn. And the room's full. All kinds of folks out here celebrating Miss Nancy's birthday. There's a triumphant right there. Look at that. Look at them. They're looking good. Looking good. Yes, sir. Miss Nancy's birthday. A lot of family and friends out here. There's a good-looking pair right there. Look at them. Aren't they good-looking? There's Miss Laddie right there. Miss Betty. There's Sweet Ann right there. How you doing? There's Paul. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Right there's the birthday girl right there. Happy birthday. What are you, 60 today?
I can't believe I'm 90.
Oh, you're not 90.
I'm just so glad I can drive and just have a good time with all of you young folks.
Well, you're the young folk, and a lot of these folks out here they're all cousins. There's Alice Harton Radcliffe, Nancy Harton Washburn, and Laddie Harton Neal, and there's 9 grandchildren. So a lot of these folks you're looking at are Nancy's nieces and nephews and son-in-laws and just friends everywhere. It's a wonderful event. Miss Nancy Harton Washburn is 90 years old.
I want everybody to take a minute to wish Nana, or Nancy, a happy birthday, and let's sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nancy. Happy birthday to you.
It has been wonderful, and you make me feel a lot younger than 90. Just keep on, keep on. Yes! I want all of you friends and family to know that the road of my life has been so wonderful, and his friends and family and your faith. But let me tell you, I had something on my mind. But I wanted you to know that my girls told me when Nat passed away, said, Nana, we've had the best memories of anybody, so now go make some new memories. So look what we've had, a new great granddaughter, a new great grandson, and so I think we're making new memories, don't you all?
Rutherford County industrial leaders have agreed to a tax break as part of the deal to finalize the MTEC's decision to build its North American headquarters at the Gateway Development in Murfreesboro. County and city officials have agreed to waive some business personal property tax charges for the Japanese auto parts maker for 10 years. That's expected to save the company about $350,000. But officials say MTEC's expansion should bring the city and county another $10.9 million in new revenue during the decade. In November, the company announced it would build a new 64,000 square foot headquarters on land donated by Rutherford County. The company says 250 employees will eventually locate there next year, including transfers from Manchester and Smyrna. We'll be right back in a moment after these messages.
Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester is your home for both new and pre-owned trucks. We have a huge selection of over 200 trucks to choose from. Check us out on the web at russellbarnett.com and view our great selection. We are your truck headquarters, and we want to be your one-stop shop. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma and Winchester, your truck headquarters. Trucks, trucks, and more trucks. Why buy anywhere else?
Grill 'em at Gillum's, Tullahoma. Some of life's decisions are more important than others, such as choosing the right funeral home for pre-arrangements or for the care of a loved one who has passed away. And if you choose cremation, the decision is even more important because many funeral homes don't own or operate their own crematory. Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we not only own and operate our own crematory, but it's the only crematory in Coffee County. We do not leave the county or the state for cremations. Your loved one never leaves our care, and we are able to keep prices affordable for all budgets. It's cremation you trust, the quality we insist on, and so should you. When you see cremation you trust, you know you've chosen the best. Manchester Funeral Home, our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Coffee County Mayor Gary Cordell stopped by our studios recently and spoke with Jim about the new jail and the possibility of the county taking over the Manchester City school system.
Well, what are some of the bigger issues that you guys have faced so far, Gary, since you took office, what, in November? September, okay.
I guess the biggest concern we have right now, and the biggest issue we're trying to work through, is getting into our new jail. Early on, we were hoping to be in there in November, or certainly by the 1st of December, but we've had a smoke extraction issue that it's been called our attention. We've got to try to correct, and we're working on that now. So I'm hopeful that we can get into the jail in maybe the 1st of March or the 1st of April.
So that would be the biggest, the final hurdle once you resolve that issue.
Yeah.
That you'll be able to go ahead and move prisoners over there.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that's a 400-bed capacity, and when that's ready, we'll have an open house for that, and I encourage folks to come out and just see what their taxpayer dollars have been utilized for. And it'll take care of our needs as far as incarcerating people for many years.
You know, I haven't been there since it's actually been completed, but I was there for a tour a couple of months prior to that. This jail, I know, was a costly item for the county. It was also something you didn't have any choice to build it. It was mandated, I believe.
The state had decertified our current facility and had come in, as they do in some cases, and actually will close the jail down. And we were close to that point, but for the sake of the safety of our officers and our correctional staff and whatever, and for the inmates, we had to do that.
And when we talk about safety, I've also been in the old jail where they are now, and it's a little bit scary if you think about the things that could go wrong in that facility versus the new jail. It's absolutely, I think, state of the art.
It is state of the art. It's an engineering marvel, and I'm really concerned about the safety of our staff. And that's a primary concern there. And you'll have, when you have that many people incarcerated, you're going to have fights and all that. Whereas out there in the new jail, a lot of that will be they just can't get to each other like they can in the present facility. But I'm really concerned about the safety of our officers.
And the way that, if I recall correctly, the correction officers or the officers in the facility can actually observe prisoners in each pod that you might have them in from a central area, which is elevated.
Yes, sir. We'll have a main control tower in each of those two main pods there where they can observe with their computer network and whatever, they can observe everything.
Yeah. And I know that it affected the county budget to some degree, of course, because it's going to take a little bit more staff to make that happen. Sir. But I would imagine, again, all these things are things that are required by the state of Tennessee.
Yes, sir. All that was mandated to us by state law to get into another facility, and we're trying to make the best use of our resources and our taxpayer dollars, because I'm trying to conserve every taxpayer dollar that you've got to pay, and I take that responsibility extremely seriously. And the last thing I want to ever have is another tax increase, but we had no choice with all this that was thrust upon us.
Yeah, exactly. And in fairness to the commissioners, I think recently, or back in August, there was a referendum which they would have, the citizens could have approved a wheel tax, which would have cut their property tax, but they chose not to.
That's true.
So they chose not to. So.
Right. That went to the voters in November, and overwhelmingly the citizens of our county chose not to participate in that and vote that in.
Recently, I noticed that there is going to be some discussions between, I don't know whether you as a county are actually involved in this, but the city of Manchester and the county in consolidating Manchester City schools. Are you involved in that process yet?
We have not been involved in that at all yet. I know that's right now in discussion between the City Board of Education and the Board of Aldermen in Manchester. And we are having a public meeting on the 12th, Monday the 12th, whereas they'll have their attorney from Chattanooga coming, and that meeting will be open to the public. And I encourage folks to attend just to see what's going on in that. But I'm sure at some point our county director of schools, Dr. McFall, she will be involved in that process.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, and I don't want to spread, throw something out there that off the wall, but somebody asked me this the other day, and I guess I'm supposed to know, but I didn't have a clue. About can a city municipality just decide that they don't want to operate those schools anymore?
Yes, sir.
And they can do that and
Yes,
give
sir.
them to the county, okay?
And by state law, that's mandated that if they decide to, by referendum, to opt out of that, then the county does have to absorb that operation.
Okay, so basically at this stage of the game, it's kind of Manchester's decision.
Yes, sir.
If they want to or don't want to.
Right, and there'll be a lot of study and a lot of research that goes into that. I guess there's about 1,000 questions we'll have to work through if that ever happens. But
yeah,
that's right now to be up to the county board, the city board of aldermen and the city board of education.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6.
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gotta be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
Welcome back. Recent audits claim one of the Tennessee Valley Authority's biggest nuclear contractors overbilled the federal utility by more than $2.4 million for work at TVA's unfinished plants. TVA inspectors say Bechtel Power Corp submitted bills to TVA for ineligible labor, travel, and housing expenses as part of a more than $580 million of non-craft work conducted by the contractor and its partners. Bechtel is helping TVA finish a second reactor at the Watts Bar nuclear plant. It performed engineering work at the unfinished Bellefonte nuclear plant. TVA Inspector General Richard Moore says Bechtel overbilled TVA for $923,231 in labor hours and payroll additions, $938,928 in ineligible or unsupported relocation and travel bills, and $204,336 in improper subcontractor costs at Watts Bar nuclear plant.
Don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Tullahoma Area Chamber Director Diane Bryan, who will come by and speak about plans for 2015. We'll speak with a representative from MTSU about Jazz on Jackson coming to South Jackson Civic Center. All that and more on this week's Living.
Jeannie Gallant, Associate Professor of Communications at Montlow College, has recently collected and donated thousands of metal pull tabs to the Nashville Ronald McDonald House Charities. The RMHC is an independent nonprofit organization whose mission is to support programs for the health and well-being of children. The RMHC of Nashville's pull tab program has an agreement with a local recycling program where the RMHC receives money from the pull tabs that are donated. Gallant said, quote, "I started collecting these tabs when I learned about it as a major fundraiser from one of my students," end quote. Gallant says she stayed at the house when her little brother was sick and in the hospital and has been doing it ever since. The pull tabs can come from beverage or soup cans, and the pull tab program has helped raise thousands of dollars for the Ronald McDonald House charity. Recently, Gallant has been collecting the tabs with help from some of her students. One student, Shelby Adams, recently brought in 2 giant bags of pull tabs. Adams was born prematurely and was hospitalized, and her parents stayed at the Nashville RMHC for an extended time. Gallant plans to continue her fundraising efforts, and any students interested in donating can contact her at jgallant@mscc.edu.
We'll be right back in a moment with your weather forecast.
The year-end inventory reduction sale is going on right now at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. We have a field full of cars, and purchase any of these cars out of dealer inventory and receive invoice pricing. Check out this 2015 Kia Forte, yours today, $17,995. With America's best warranty, the 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, Kia is the power to surprise. Inventory reduction sale at invoice pricing, only at Russell Barnett Kia of Tullahoma. Why buy anywhere else?
Serving you as a local firefighter.
Proudly served our country in the United States Air Force.
Serving Tullahoma.
Helping our kids.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop. Your comfort is our service. We'd like to thank Tullahoma for the privilege of serving your heating and cooling needs.
Smoking tobacco accounts for 3 of every 10 fire deaths in the United States.
Tullahoma Fire Department, need you en route to a structure fire, 202 Main Street, heavy smoke showing. Neighbors advise child trapped inside.
Lighters, matches, and associated smoking paraphernalia are the leading cause of preschooler fire deaths. We as firefighters know that most structure fires can be prevented.
I've got one! Command, this is primary search. We have a victim. Need EMS to meet us at the front door.
Please help us to give you a fighting chance. This can be prevented. Contact the Tullahoma Fire Department for a free home safety inspection.
Get caught buzzed driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzzed driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1946 at 69 degrees. Record low was in 1942 at 6 degrees. Average high on this day is 49 and the average low is 31. Tonight, look for cooler weather with a low all the way down to 22. And even colder weather in your forecast over the next 2 days. On Wednesday, partly sunny weather expected with a high of only 21 and a low of 4 degrees. On Thursday, sunny weather in your forecast again with a high of 28 and a low of 20. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.